It is hard to forget the sight of the aircraft dangling from a utility tower. We've obtained the NTSB's preliminary report on this, and Evan Kosloff breaks down what's inside.
This afternoon, we're getting a look at this new report released by the NTSB. It's just 5 pages long, but it paints a picture of what exactly happened just over a week ago when a pilot was trying to communicate with the controller as he battled against poor weather conditions. The report tells us what was happening in those important minutes before the plane crashed. Reading in part, dark night instrument meteorological conditions prevailed in the area, with overcast skies as low as 200 feet and variable winds of 4 knots. And the fog was also a problem. Visibility was only 1¼ miles. In fact, conditions were so poor at the time that another plane reported to the controller that, quote, visibility was below minima and requested to land at another airport. The report even references our reporting, how the pilot told our Bruce Leshan that the fog made it look like pea soup. And we're also learning more about how the pilot reacted to this weather. According to the report, 66-year-old Patrick Merkel was in communication with the controller as he made his descent. He was advised to follow one approach to the airport, but he, quote, expressed a preference to take another route. The report reads in one part that, quote, the pilot made a series of left and right turns, near course reversals, or continued established headings as the controller repeatedly requested that the pilot turn to a different heading. According to the report, at one point, the air controller tried to get confirmation that the pilot had the correct waypoint, and the pilot responded that he had, quote, entered the information incorrectly and was making the correction. As he dangled from that tower, he told the 911 call center that he got down a little lower than he should have. He thought he was closer to the airport than he was, and that he could see the ground, but he couldn't see in front. Now, it's worth mentioning that this is just a preliminary report. In general, it takes 1 to 2 years for the NTSB to put together their full, complete investigation. But again, it tells the story of a pilot who had to deal with severe weather conditions and is fortunate to be alive today. Reporting here in Gaithersburg, I'm Evan Kosloff, WUSA 9.
All right, just 90 minutes remain for in-person voting in Georgia after months and months of campaigning.
This has been going on, right? It's runoff election day there in the race to decide which party controls the last U.S. Senate seat up for grabs. Here's Nicole Killian.
The Georgia Senate race between Democratic incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker has reached runoff election day, much to the relief of voters.
We've been inundated with text messages and calls, and I think we're all ready for this to be over.
Too much media, too many calls, texts. It's just been crazy. It's kind of annoying.
The bombardment of ads included plenty of mudslinging, with both candidates questioning their opponent's character.
Right now, I'll put my character against Raphael Warnock any day.
My opponent says many things. You can't believe any of it.
Democrats have already secured control of the Senate, but the outcome of this race will impact how much leverage each party has. Both campaigns are counting on strong turnout and hope rainy weather won't keep voters home.
Right now, this is a good time for people to go out and vote, have their voices heard, and have their vote counted.
We had historic turnout during the early voting period, but we should not rest on our laurels. The job is not done.
With nearly 2 million votes cast in early voting, turnout has already exceeded expectations.
Everybody assumed we'd have a decent amount of early vote, but not nearly 2 million altogether. Nobody saw that.
More than 1 million people are expected to cast ballots today, with an average wait time of about 2 minutes. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Atlanta, Georgia.